Put on the brakes already. Welcome to No Excuses. My name is Mary Fran. This is my place to talk about weight loss, life, fitness, everything, because it all goes hand in hand, and making myself the most amazing person possible. Amazing and fit and healthy person possible. So thank you for joining me. I hope you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and come back and watch me on my journey to being amazing, healthy, and fit. Stress got to me this week. It was another stressful week. I think I say this every week, and when is it going to slow down? I'm being serious. This is nuts. It's gotta slow down, right? So this week, I actually didn't film a lot about my week. There was so much happening that it just didn't happen. So we're just gonna jump right into my habits. And I'm gonna tell you up front that this week I struggled with one of my habits in particular. So let's first of all talk about my tracking habit. I continued to do amazing with this habit. I successfully tracked each and every day of the week. Nailed this habit. This one is a good habit for me. I know that for me, tracking is so important for staying on target, and I did fabulous this week. My points were a little bit high over last weekend, but I'm okay with that because I do have the weekly points, and I understand that the weekends are higher, and I think that's actually partly good. It's life, and it's a natural life, and it's a sustainable life. So they were a little bit higher, but I was good with that. The rest of the week, however, spot on. I actually have been working on refining this habit this week because a lot of times I eat my dinner and then I track it later. So it's more of a reactive tracking. And while I'm eating and while I'm planning, I kind of know what I'm eating. I can know roundabout what my points are. Everything is good, but I am tracking reactively. I eat and then I track. And this week I actually started to sit down and say, okay, I want to eat this tonight. Let me track it, and then backwards fill in and track my whole day. So I've been being more proactive with tracking, and I think it's a good thing to get into the habit of, because then I don't find myself going, oh, look what I just already ate. I already ate all of this, and now I have nothing left for the rest of the day to eat in my budget. So I'm working on trying to be more proactive in my tracking versus reactive. I probably did that maybe 2 or 3 days, so not even a 50% success rate, but I am working on it. Water habit. And this is the habit that I struggled with, because there were days that I did great and I got my 64 ounces in, everything was good. But there was probably about 2 or 3 days where I got to the end of the day and I'm like, oh wow, I've gotten maybe 40 ounces in. And I know I could sit back before I go to bed and I could just chug up my water and I could finish it up. I also know then that I'd be up in the middle of the night, and I really don't want my sleep interrupted in the middle of the night. So I'm not drinking and I'm not gonna chug down a lot of water just to say I did it. So this is something that I actually did fail a couple times this week. I am working on getting myself back to 100% adherence with my water. It is difficult. I struggled so much to get there in the first place, and I don't want to go backwards any further. Right now, I say probably the lowest I drank was 2 days, and it was probably about 40 to 50 ounces. So I wasn't that far off, but I was far enough. So that is the goal this week, 100% adherence to my water drinking. My third habit is exercise, and I am killing this habit. 100% killing it. We actually got our first outside walk-in last weekend. We took Zoe to a park. It was fabulous weather. We have not been walking a whole lot outside because of Jason's foot. So this was a good test for his foot, and we didn't go far. And we were able to take Zoe, and she's young, and we should not be really exercising her a lot until she's a little bit older because of joints and muscles. So this was a good time. So we walked for, maybe an hour or two, let her explore, worked with walking to teach her not to pull, doing all kinds of stuff like that. So it was fabulous. So I really miss being outside, and so this was a wonderful thing. Zoe actually loved it. She did hop into a pond that had a skim of ice on it. She's trying to figure out if she likes water or not. This summer we'll get her in the water again. So last week I talked about how I was doing a lot of stuff on YouTube. I actually had doing Zumba and some dance walks. And last weekend I remembered that I had a bunch of workout DVDs. So I pulled them out and I started doing step aerobics. Now I actually still have had my steps. I've had them with me for the last couple years. Have not done step aerobics. I pulled them out and used them when we wanted to go to the Kmore mine that has 821 steps, which is a lot of steps. And I was doing just up, down, up, down, up, down every day to get my feet and legs conditioned to hike the Kmore mine trail. But I actually haven't done step aerobics. So I pulled out the steps and I pulled out a couple DVDs and I started to do them. I did them with Kathy Frederick. I like her style. She's awesome. And I remembered how much fun I enjoy step aerobics. Now, the other thing is I was doing it for the same amount of time as Zumba. And a lot of the steps are similar, except that I'm going up and down off a step. And the extra intensity of that step was night and day different. I could feel it in my body, sweating like a horse. I was breathing heavy. It was a good workout. I then actually started looking for different step videos. Kathy Frederick doesn't have a lot of free ones online, and I am trying to watch my money right now. So I actually found cdornerfitness.com. Her style is amazing, and I've been doing step aerobics with her also. So I am nailing and killing the exercise. I've exercised 5 days each week. I got in the weekend walk, so I guess total 6 exercise days. It has been awesome. I like the fact that I'm ratcheting up the intensity. I think that's good for my body. It's good for my muscles. It's good for me. It's making me fitter, stronger, healthier. It's also making me a lot more sore, but that will pass too. So I think the stress got to me this week. I worried about my weigh-in all week long. I'm like, I don't think I'm doing it again. I don't think I'm doing it. Just struggled. Just really, really struggled with fear about what was going to be on the scale. And I have to say that I stepped on the scale and I did lose 0.6 of a pound. I did not even lose 1 pound. And part of me just wants to say, oh my word, that's horrible. But the other part of me says, you know what? You didn't gain. Any loss, any maintain is a victory. So I had a victory. It was a very small victory, but I am good with that. So I did have a small loss. My total loss for the month of January was 6.6 pounds. Sold. I will take it. That January was a victory. So yay, kudos to me. Now this week I've been actually thinking about some stuff in my head, and I've been working through a lot in my head about some changes in my life and some thoughts and some kind of mental aspects of life. And I am getting ready to share that with you. I'm kind of starting to work on what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do, and I'm trying to get myself in line with what I'm thinking. So stay tuned. I will be sharing that. But in the meantime, no excuses. Live your life to the fullest. Be fit, be healthy, be happy. No excuses.